I am back. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Saken. About to get on the new DLC Awakening. Going to be on the map Gauntlet, playing a little bit of domination. Now, you guys can pay attention to the gameplay in the background. I'm not going to really show you how to camp this map. If you watch the gameplay, you'll see me. This is me trying to figure out the map. So I'm going to stop at a few locations. I'm going to be here and there. Now, let me say this before you guys even ask. If you notice, the color above the enemy team and my team and the flags are now a different color because they introduced colorblind mode. It's about time. So you're going to see a difference in the color, but it makes a huge difference for me. I can now see these things. Now, what I want to talk about in this video, I want to specifically talk about skill-based matchmaking and the fact that it's back. But what's so bad about it? That's the thing a lot of people have a problem with. You know, I get a lot of people when I rant and I talk about skill-based matchmaking. I get messages from people. So I kind of want to talk about the pros and cons and the different viewpoints on skill-based matchmaking and why I think it's bad for the game. Now, I've had people come in and leave me comments and they say things like, look, Saken, I get in the game. I don't like getting wrecked every time. There's nothing wrong with playing people my own skill. So let's talk about Timmy Limited Thumbs. I'm not going to talk about Timmy No Thumbs. Timmy No Thumbs is going to be garbage in this game no matter what. But what about Limited Thumb people? The people that maybe have a little harder time with this game. And for them, they want to be able to enjoy the game. So I understand the argument with their skill-based matchmaking. Why do they got to get in the game with these tryhards all the time? Can't they get into games and just enjoy it playing with people with equal skill level? I understand that argument. I really do. I understand you guys want to get in. You want to have a good time. But here's the problem with skill-based matchmaking. The community as a whole do not enjoy it. The community as a whole do not want it. And so that in itself is a big problem. When you got a lot of people rejecting something that the game is trying to put into the system, it makes for a bad experience. Kind of like Advanced Warfare. I thought that was a pretty cool game, but because of skill-based matchmaking, people didn't want to play the game. They were dogging the game. As a YouTuber, it was horrible. It was horrible because people just hated the game. Now, here's my opinion on this. Okay, so you want to put people of equal skill into the same lobby. That sounds really great. The only problem is the skill levels kind of balance out. And what I mean by that is, say you're a Timmy Limited Thumb and you start to get pretty decent in the game and you're beating up on the people that's pretty bad. They're going to rank you up. You're now going to start playing with slightly better players. You're going to get laid down. The bottom line is you're going to get laid down, and then you're going to be right back with the Timmy Limited Thumbs, because you're never ever going to get better playing bad people. I think we've all gotten better in this game because we got into a game. There was one or two players in this game that was just dominating, and you wanted to be like them, so you practice. And so when you get in a game, it's a good mix. There's maybe 3 or 4 really good people. Oh, maybe 1 or 2 good people, 1 or 2 okay people, and 1 or 2 really bad people. So you're able to kind of adjust your game flow. Now imagine every game is like an NBA Finals 7 game. That's what skill-based matchmaking does to the game. Because you're almost on an equal playing field, you tend to get into games with people that are very similar to your skill set. So it gets kind of greasy, especially for me. Like, for example, I was just in a game. This is why I'm even doing this video. I wasn't even going to put this video up today because I've been live streaming this. If you guys haven't seen, I put a couple live stream videos up, and they're a few hours long. I'm going to do some more live streaming. But I got into a game and I looked at the lobby leaderboard and we were all individual. There was no one in parties. Not one person in a party. And nobody was like, I was the lowest score per minute. I was at like 312. Everybody was up to like about 489. But I was the lowest. I was 312, and then it jumped above me to like 370 and all the way up to 489. And that lobby was crazy. And this is all the lobbies I'm getting. I think based on my, not only my score per minute, but my KD. So I tend to get in these really, really greasy lobbies. Now, it's not that I can't do well. Let me say that right now. I will get wrecked in some of those games, and I can do well in some of those games. But it's just the way I have to play in those games. I have to be extra, extra greasy. I have to put on my gunner glasses. I have to put on my G Fuel. And I have to be ready. I literally have to go in and play this game like it's a job. And that's the problem. No one wants to do that. Now, here's the thing for you guys. Let's go back to the guys that, okay, so I get to play guys in lower skill level. No, you're not. What's going to happen is the same thing that happened in Advanced Warfare. You're going to get, I'm going to just say the names, like the Green Goblins and these other pub stomping clans. They reverse boost, they got in the game, and they wrecked you guys. Now, I'm not even saying these guys are bad at the game, but they're a lot better when they reverse boost. Like, they may be able to hold a 1 or 2 KD, but then they get in with you guys and they're able to drop 100 kills. What fun is that? Now, I've never seen anyone drop 100 kills in the games I've been in. It just doesn't happen because I'm going to naturally neutralize them. It doesn't happen. Even if teams get in and teams are all sweaty, I don't have people dropping 100+ games in the game that I'm in. It just is not going to happen. So what I'm finding is when you get skill-based matchmaking, you get a whole bunch of reverse boosters. It kind of reminds me of Halo. Back in the days, Halo pretty much had the same system. You kind of played with people that was the same rank as you. Guess what? It was this huge thing in the Halo community called D-ranking. So all of a sudden, players will lose a whole bunch of games in a row just to get in lobbies with you. One, when you're really, really high KD, you don't want to play other people really, really, really high KD. It's not all the time. Imagine if they only put you in games with people using the same guns. So you only win against SMGs, you only win against LMGs. I mean, where does it stop? This game has different skill levels, and I feel the game is more fun when it's a mix of skill levels. Now, this is Call of Duty. Let's be real. The worst player in the game can get lucky. He can get a care package and get a mothership out of it and be able to wreck people. That's the beauty of Call of Duty. You don't have to be the most skilled player. You don't have to have the best gun skill ever to be successful in this game. You could be an average player and just have a lucky day. And it can happen for any of us. I've had games where I was like, man, this is luck. People just weren't looking at me. They were going the other direction. I just happened to get the score streaks right in the right order. I mean, to me, that's the beauty of Call of Duty. It doesn't have to be a greasy try-hard game. I mean, if we wanted a real military simulated game and we wanted that kind of competition, we would play game modes like Arena. They already have those game modes. Matter of fact, I would be MLG. Why won't I go join the MLG circuit? Why? Because I don't want to play like that. Now, I understand the positive aspects of skill-based matchmaking. I think there could be a happy medium. Why not make something for the noobs to get in initially and they don't just go in the lobby? I'm not saying I want to play with people that's ranked 1 and they got in the game and they never played before. I can understand having light skill-based matchmaking, especially for a brand new player. But other than that, I think they need to leave the system alone. And I don't care what they're saying. They're messing with the system because everyone notices. You notice they do one little thing, then all of a sudden the whole community goes wild. Von der Haar and them gets a little quiet on the situation. Now, last time he kind of admitted it, even though there was a few people that still didn't think he admitted it. You know, it's like we dialed up something. You know, we were testing something. It almost like they play it off like, oops, our bad. Did we really put that in? They know what they're doing. You know, as soon as double XP came along, that's when you noticed it. And don't get me wrong, if I'm playing against greasy teams, that happens. I understand. I'm playing against a greasy team. And from time to time, they're going to wreck people. Look at that game, that C4 sandwich. But for them to just slip this in and think people aren't going to notice, to me, it's kind of silly. It's like these guys, they take us for fools. And all I'm saying is quit trying to fix what's not broke. I feel that's what they're always trying to do. Right now, in this DLC, on the Hijack remake, there's a problem with the map. When you get down and you crouch and you try to shoot people from one side, look at this. I don't even know why I was doing this with these beehives. The guy's right in front of me. The map has a glitch, and you'll see that in my live stream. I understand. Fix things like that. Fix things like people being able to get into the wall. Fix things with people being able to cheat in the game. How about this USB mod thing? I don't know if you guys heard about this. And, you know, you can Google it if you want to see it. But they have this way to hack the game so they can see you through the walls, aimbot, and all that. And people have videos on YouTube showing you this. And yet people worried about campers. You know, campers aren't a problem. Cheaters are a problem. Hackers are a problem. Modders are a problem. You know, I feel like the developers are just constantly trying to fix what's not broken. Look at this. I'm trying to get out of here. Now, let's get into the game. That's enough of my ranting on skill-based matchmaking. I don't like it. I don't think the game needs it. The community has rejected it. Bottom line is something that the community as a whole doesn't want. Now, if you're one of these people that want it because, you know, hey, you're not as skilled and you want to be able to play easy people, you're in the minority. And I'm not going to even argue with you. I understand your point. But overall, it's not good for the game. It's not good for the game mainly because the community rejects it. If the community is rejecting it, why are they still trying to force it down our throat? It's like them trying to put the food you don't... You're a kid and your parents trying to get you to eat liver and you don't want to eat liver, so you're constantly spitting it out. You're gagging. You're throwing up. You don't like it. To me, that's skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is a piece of bad liver that they keep trying to force down our throat. And nobody wants it. Everybody rejects it. So, look, this is to the developers of the game. We want to be competitive, but we don't want to be greasy. We want to have good games from time to time. But yes, everybody likes to pub stomp. Everybody likes to get in a game and wreck. You know, and don't get me wrong, if we were all tryhards and this is all we wanted to do, we would all be in teams. Matter of fact, why even have it so you can play individual? How about you just make a playlist just for teams? Forget a mercenary playlist. How about a team playlist? So only teams can get in that list. Make the default mercenary. You know what I mean? But, you know, they're not going to do that because they even know everybody doesn't want to be greasy all the time. Sometimes you want to party, sometimes you don't. Anyway, let's get into the game. Look at this. I done got 43 kills. I'm 43-5. I was being sneaky on this map. Like, I'm new to this map, and I'm finding the angles. If you guys are getting the DLC, you're going to find that the DLC is pretty easy to camp. You just got to be patient because a lot of these maps you can get behind the spawns and lay people down. And that's what I was kind of doing here. I was kind of floating, trying to get behind the spawn points and take people out. And then I was capturing the flags. I was kind of testing the waters on here. How would I like to camp this? A lot of times when I first get a DLC map, I take several different approaches to camping the map. I'll try this area, I'll try that area, I'll try this head glitch, I'll try that head glitch. And usually when I feel like I've gotten the best pattern, that's when I present you guys with a video. And if you're watching this video, what I did wasn't bad on here. I was getting into the head glitches, getting over here into the A, getting behind A. I was testing how it works getting behind A. This truck is in your way. And they did that on purpose, which I'm not even complaining. And so when people were getting on A, I had a hard time seeing them because of this truck when I was on that head glitch back there. But it's just a matter of knowing where these guys are at and using the best setup. Right now, I'm finding that I need to take the Cerberus off. If you watch my live stream, I went with the Talon just to try something different. Look at that. I dropped a 46 bomb. That's me playing this morning. Anyway, sorry about the rant for skill-based matchmaking. Let me know what you guys think about it. Give me honest opinions. Give me some logic. Don't just say, ah, you suck, you're a fag, and you don't. That's why you don't want to play. Just do something constructive. Tell me why or why not you like skill-based matchmaking. All right, you guys, I am out. I'm definitely going to be back on live streaming soon. Until then, peace. Let's go. Wait, hold up. Nah, I'm out. I'm not going to even do the dance. Let's go. Nah, I fooled you. Woo! Twerk team. Let's go.